Gather round, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates. I'm Captain Tarek of the Heavy Cruiser Slaughterer, as we continue our campaign against the Romulan Star Empire, and we have just been steadily enhancing our influence out here into the middle of the Gorn neutral zone. They're not exactly happy with us, but then again, we have good trade relations with them, so I don't think they're going to be able to do anything about it. We did take a little bit of damage. Either that or it's just constant 22 damage that we seem to take all the time. And we'd like to get full reloads if you don't mind. Going to spend a little bit of prestige on that. We're currently saving up for a Dreadnought, although preferably not a DNLRM. What we really want, honestly, is a BBM, because that's a battleship with 2 MIRV missile launchers, and those MIRV missile launchers have just been amazing for us. Whether or not we're going to get that, it's going to depend. It'll be kind of difficult. That battleship is probably around 11,000 prestige, so we got some way to go. Although, with that in mind, we also could be looking at at an auxiliary battleship with 12 missile launchers. It's backing 12 B-Rack missile launchers, which are the extended magazine ones, so you can stay in the fight forever and a day. Takes us a little while to get out here into the middle of the neutral zone at this point. Our nearest base is, well, 3 tiles away. So let's kick things off, get some things started, and hopefully blow up some enemies. So, red alert, and let's kick on the speed. You actually go really, really fast in this ship. Like, surprisingly, stunningly fast. It's pretty cool. We're also going to take the opportunity to quickly prep a scatter pack just in case. A scatter pack, of course, being 6 missiles inside a shuttle, which then burst forth and cause chaos and mayhem and damage, destruction, and death. It's a wonderful piece of equipment, and I'm very happy that we have it aboard. No enemies on scanners as of yet. Apparently we're using a little bit too much power. Oh no, that's because I buffed up the forward shield, so it takes out any point of power it can find. There is our enemy. It is a single light cruiser off in the distance. It appears to be a Romulan hull form, and it's SPF, so Sparrowhawk? Sparrow Falcon? It's not entirely clear. But it is a Romulan cruiser of some description. Well, a light cruiser specifically. We should be in range. Oh no, he's actually going really slow on this. So we're actually going to close to a range of about 72 before we open fire with the first salvo. We, of course, want to be able to just lob a ton of missiles at him. And they can fire from quite a long range. Our missiles travel at a speed of 24, and they last for 3 turns flying. So 24 times 3 will get you a grand total of 72. Now his closing rate is a speed of 8, which will buff up the speed of our missiles. So essentially our missiles are moving at a speed of 32 as they go towards him. Also, probably should keep that in mind. Our missiles will be traveling at a speed of 32 when they close to him, times 3, 96. So we could have fired a lot earlier than that, but I just want to give a little bit of fudge room there. So we'll just zip around back and forth. Now the key thing here that we've discovered while fighting Romulans is do not get too close. Now we knew do not get too close, but the Romulans have this kind of weird thing going on, we've noticed, where they will not attempt to cloak until essentially they've already fired their weapons. And since a plasma torpedo is a very short-range weapon, they don't attempt to cloak until after they've fired, which does not happen for quite some time. Physically, never, because we're just going to drag this out. So we've launched two full salvos at them. They're a little bit scattered up. It's not super happy with that one. But if I can drag them over in this direction, I can cause these missiles to swing in behind these missiles, and it'll all work out. Hopefully I've spread this salvo enough. They do appear to be far enough for him when he deploys his Wild Weasel shuttle to defend against the incoming missile horde. But if not, well, we'll be ready with another salvo. So let's get ready for our kill salvo. Yep, there goes the Wild Weasel. It's getting nailed right now by the missiles. These, turn away, one of these. I'll actually watch from his perspective. As you can see, his little Wild Weasel shuttle was deployed. It mimicked the signatures of his ship. And so now, the missiles would go for it, although they've been shot down by all our incoming missiles. So now he's got this, and this coming in for him. His point defense systems might handle some of this. He'll probably tractor a few more, but this incoming is just going to probably ruin his day. I'm going to save ammo, just see if nothing else happens, because I think this should be enough to kill him. Oh wow, he's got like no anti-missile defense at all. Wow. So already he's in just a terrible state. Let's fire a probe, find out exactly what it is we're dealing with. I don't quite know. We did 106 damage to him, so that's pretty impressive. Oh, he's a Mauler. Oh, that's adorable. A Mauler is a really powerful siege weapon system. It's a gigantic beam cannon that fires out and can annihilate ships in one shot. He's not going to get that opportunity. These missiles are going to kill him. Yep. 3 salvos of missiles. All it took was 18 missiles, and we destroyed him. That's just how powerful we are against the Romulans. I mean, they are missing some very important intelligence. I don't know if there's anything we can do to modify the AI, but they need to understand that many missiles incoming, they should probably cloak and disappear. Is there a planet nearby? There appears to be so. So let's pop on here. If we can take this, this will be a nice little base out here in the middle of the neutral zone. I'm going to take a planetary assault, because I think a planetary assault is something I can pull off a little bit easier. Hopefully. Cross your fingers, this could get ugly. Alrighty, so red alert and increased speed. What do we got on scanners? We have no friends, but there is a Dreadnought as our enemy. Game, that's kind of not fair. Can we be a little bit more fair in the future? So what kind of Dreadnought are we dealing with? According to sensors, we are dealing with a KVL. Oh wow, so it's an old style Dreadnought. Shouldn't be all that powerful. It's a light Dreadnought of a certain description. How many transporters? I think we have 3. And we do indeed have 3 transporters, so capturing it could be a little bit of a difficult thing to pull off. We're already in range, yes. Not quite, but he'll be pulling into range, so open fire with the MIRV, stand by, and open fire with the standard group. Alright, that group is already spoken for. It will do nothing, because it's going to slam right into his Wild Weasel, and nothing will be accomplished with it. However, the second follow-up group, which should go out shortly, will definitely get through. And our scatter pack will finish him off, and then we'll have to deal with the planet. Which, please tell me the planet is a PLPH. It's only PL-15. Okay, so there's 3 kinds of planets in this game. There's PL, PLPH, and then, oh god, why did we even get out of bed this morning? So normal PLs, they are equipped with 8 anti-missile defense, or 8 phaser 3s. Nothing too dangerous or special. PLPHs have 8 phaser 4s, which are insanely powerful, super heavy weaponry, as well as 16 phaser 3s and 4 heavy weapons of whichever description of race owns the planet. So in the case of Romulans, it would be equipped with 4 plasma S torpedoes, and then the rest of the beam weapons. Federation would have, or not 4, but 8. Federation would have 8 photon torpedoes. The Klingons kind of get screwed because they get 8 disruptors. I'm sorry, I'm operating a little bit slowly today for some reason. Let's see how he's about to handle this. He's dropping in speed, but it's not going to be enough. He took some damage on the face of things. Get ready for the follow-up with the missiles. Let's make sure that he goes home in a box. He may survive this salvo. He may even survive this salvo. He will not survive the follow-up to this salvo. I have high confidence in that one. So as you can see, the missiles are coming in towards him. His Wild Weasel no longer active. Oh, 100 damage to his face. This might kill him. This very well could destroy his ship. I'm not certain of that, but that's certainly not outside the realm of possibility. He's already taken 100 damage to the face. The missiles deal a lot of damage in a short period of time, which is great for overloading systems and causing the critical hit to damage. He is not going to take it on the front, unfortunately, but still. Shot down some of them, grabbed a few more, but then survived. Okay. So, missile. The MIRV. Follow up. If he still has a shuttle bay, that'll be a problem. But he might not. It's not a problem. We'll find out. We may as well find out. I mean, we have all the control in this. He has nothing compared to us. Oh, look at that. 2 R's, 2 F's. Doesn't have a shuttle bay anymore. He's dead. Flat out, he is dead. He has 2 phaser 1s left and 2 phaser 3s. And I think those phaser 3s only cover the rear arc. So he's dead. As you can see, Romulan ships definitely are designed around heavy plasma torpedo armaments. So the idea behind them is they fire their super heavy plasma torpedoes and then they cloak, and then they charge up, and then they decloak, and they fire and they recloak. And it makes them very difficult to kill. We often call this kind of like the U-boat technique because they pop up and down, submerging and unsubmerging. Not quite full submarine, but it's a very effective strategy. Unfortunately, it means that he skimps on point defense. So things like this happen. Yeah. That was 4 missile salvos that we had to expend on that, and he's done. Alright, let's get up to a speed of 24, and I'm going to conduct a full-on missile assault. So this planet is capable, completely and fully capable, by the way, of defending itself by knocking out no less than 8 missiles, potentially. It has no tractor beams, it has no capability of launching shuttles, so we're going to cause some damage. I'm going to increase the speed of time, because this what we are about to do is entirely dependent on certain timings. So we're going to be pulling within a distance of 72 and conducting our bombardment, and then we will be streaking in towards the planet at a pretty high speed. So let's slow down a bit. No, we need to get closer. We need to be a distance of 72, because this planet does not move. So we will not gain the benefits of a closure rate thanks to their speed. Alright, prepare to launch the MIRV. The MIRV is away. And it can drift ahead of us a little bit, and we'll slow down a little bit. And the standard bombardment, and then we're going to speed up again, get ourselves back up into the front of that, and launch the MIRVs again to thicken up the salvo. And we might even get 3 out of this. I'm not sure how many missiles I'm going to be able to dump on this one. So let's kick up to speed again as we recharge that MIRV. I'd like to pass in front, but 1.65. We're going to have to close a little bit faster than that. No, it's kind of not going to happen. I want full saturation on this one. So the MIRV is away. Although there's no reason not to fire standard armament because we already have a salvo truck. Alrighty, we have quite the little cloud going on. Alright, let's get ready to deploy another MIRV, I think. Oh, no, we're out of MIRVs. So we're going to start employing our missile launchers one at a time until I can figure out how many shots that I have. Because he can't shoot down all of this. In fact, all of this may actually do the job. The only thing I don't want to do is step on the toes of my own drone legs. I know I can control 2 full salvos. I think I might be able to control 3. So we're going to give it a shot. We do not have great acceleration, I've noticed. The ship does not pick up the speed very quickly. Alright, get ready for fire 1. 1. 2. Missile lost to control limit. Okay, so we can fire 2 full salvos plus 2 additional. So we're going to start to pull away and also start to slow down. So that's our entire missile salvo right there. Hopefully it'll be enough. We're going to set this back down to all missiles. I don't need to maintain any sort of salvo control anymore. And there goes the point defense system, knocking out most of the MIRVs, but then grabbed a whole bunch more, and then... Oh, is that not a beautiful sight? Fire all weapon systems. Start to pull into a parking orbit. We are at a distance of 4.7. That's a lot closer than I intended. And we're mostly stopped. We're stopped. Okay, good. Yeah, we've got it. So, yeah, 178 plus 144 plus these missiles about to go out towards him. He never stood a chance. And I think I've taken out his, yeah, we've taken out his striker moves. So let's see how many people are left to guard the planet. 4. Yeah, that's what you can do if you just go full nuts with missiles. They will not be stopped. They will get through any defense that you think you can put up. Send in the Marines. So yeah, we are a drone cruiser. We're not designed for that kind of combat. We're not designed for big planetary sieges. We still pulled that off pretty handily. Now, I don't think we can pull that off with half loads like we have now because we've gone through pretty much all of our ammunition at this point. But still, that's a lot of capability that we have in a fairly small ship. Now, the one thing that you should kind of notice, though, and pay attention to is the fact that we're still in the middle era. And the middle era is a golden age for missile technology. We've just invented the MIRV. We have medium-speed drones, which are super useful even into the late era. They're affordable and effective, and you can put a lot of missiles down onto a target in a very short period of time. And nobody quite has the defenses really designed to take them all on. So because of this, missiles are extraordinarily powerful right now. So when we hit the late era and the advanced era, things are gonna get ugly. But until then, we can enjoy quite a bit of an advantage over our opponents. Because we're gonna run into situations where a full-on Dreadnought is just basically 4 clicks away from being dead. So let's kick on the speed again. Another patrol going on here. Don't want to do anything too crazy. I think we prepped the scatter pack just in case. You never know. We could run into a Dreadnought. The game could be mean to us and decide that it's been too easy on us. Although we did fight a Dreadnought last time, and they thought that was just fine. So the game has a little bit of a cruel sense of humor. Let's kick on the forward shield to whatever level we need. And anything out there on targeting. There we go. It is a heavy cruiser, a pirate heavy cruiser at that. So it's a CVLR. It will be carrying fighters. So my plan is as follows. Engage, and stay away. The AI will generally launch fighters at a distance of around 30. So if I stay outside the range of 30, this should be fine, yes? That's my plan, anyway. And he has not launched fighters. So CV means carrier vessel or something else in French. And that means that he should be deploying his fighters. But because we're staying outside of a range, the AI brain is not getting the message and therefore does not launch his fighters. Which is really kind of sad, because it's going to lead to be dead. Oh, whoops, too many missiles. Too many missiles in space. I forgot that how long a range of bombardment we are conducting at the moment. So he's down to a speed of 0, and these missiles are coming in. I think we got him. I think he's done for, but I can't be positive. Just keep doing loops in the middle of space. If not, there we go. Even a carrier. Wow. Dreadnoughts, carriers, we are operating in a beautiful era right now, where missile power is just dominant. Soon, that will not be the case. In the next 10 or so years, or maybe even less than that, it's going to be the case where you're going to get into a fight, and every single one of those missiles they're going to shoot down. And just, it's going to be terrifying. We have done skirmishes during the live streams where basically a battleship can shoot down every single missile that the most powerful missile ship in game can send out. It's outright terrifying what some of these ships are capable of doing. So when the late and advanced era rolls around, we're going to be having a lot of pain. Another heavy cruiser. This one's a Romulan heavy cruiser in a very old style. It's a King Eagle. So King Eagles, very old style ships. Not insanely effective, to be honest. They're clunkers, honestly. They're not really good at anything. They're used mainly to fill the fleet. He's going to have like 1 or maybe even 2 R-type plasma torpedoes. They're huge, they're incredibly powerful, but that's all he's going to have. So a couple of good missile salvos ought to be more than enough to handle him. So as long as we just stay at range, make sure that he never gets the memo that he needs to cloak, we're going to kill him. So eating that, plus eating that, and then this ought to be the last salvo that we're about to launch. Yep. Nope, didn't even need that. Oh god. This was not supposed to be this way. I was anticipating outright hell trying to fight the Romulans, because the Romulans I knew would cloak, they would disappear, my missiles would lose lock, and then I wouldn't be able to kill them. But instead, the Romulans are trying to duke it out with me by just rushing to get into close range. Okay. Okay, that's mean game. The Anomaly mission is an incredibly frustrating, irritating, and annoying mission that I hate doing, and I generally will do anything I can to avoid it. There will be an anomaly that will crop up somewhere around here. As soon as it activates, you will lose all engine power. I mean all engine power. And then you have to sit there and wait. And it does it randomly for every ship in space, so sometimes the enemy will have no power, sometimes you will have no power. Sometimes nobody will have power, and it's just pain. However, when you're a Marak-armed missile ship, that's not really a big deal, because you can just, at the end of the day, fire your missiles because they take no power to charge. They just reload. We are being escorted today by the USS Antares, the Federation operating alongside us with a drone Q-ship. And look at that, that's 4 A-type anti-missile defense systems. That's impressive firepower right there, and that's a problem. Like, if we had to fight that, we would have difficulty getting through that. I mean, we would probably destroy him with our secondary armament, but just his capability for anti-missile alone would be an issue. Alright, so we're already sort of in the engagement envelope. Let's get our first salvo going and immediately begin our turn away. We don't want to get too close. Now, if he is a carrier, which he might be, BHV, yeah, I think he's probably a carrier. V, if you see V in the name of most ships, it generally is some form of carrier vessel. But if our friend here, the Antares, gets too close to him, that will activate him. Is that a Dreadnought, actually? Wow, yeah, that is definitely the Dreadnought hull. That is a pirate Dreadnought, no less. So, a lot of firepower in, well, as big of a hull as they can make, too. Let's actually send a probe, find out exactly what he's up to. We have no reason not to. We may as well get a nice little sneak peek on him. And if we're really lucky, he'll lose all power, and then The anomaly has just shut down our power. Okay? Start pulling directly away. So he's got an R-type plasma torpedo and 2 D-type plasma torpedoes. So the R-type is pretty significant. That's a problem. The R-type itself is a very dangerous weapon system. Every single one of these is going to shoot down a missile. However, are you going to deploy a Wild Weasel? Yep, he deployed his Wild Weasel, like we were expecting. So, missile. And prepare to follow up with all the other missiles. It didn't matter because they were already dead. So, we have no power right now. We're just sitting ducks here. We can't do anything. But it doesn't matter because our missiles can just reload. As long as we stay outside of his range, we're perfectly happy and safe. So, in fact, I'm just going to thicken up the barrage even more just as soon as our missiles get in range. I wish I had more missiles. Or at least more drone control links. Because I can only command so many missiles at a time. Engines are back online. He shot down most of those missiles. So, let's thicken up the salvo. So he's holding on to a lot, and there he goes. There goes his tractor beams. He's holding on to a lot of fighters there. Let's dump out 2 more and pick up the pace here since we have the engine power, and we also need to start repairs. Killing him is going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? I anticipate it being such. 36 to his... Wow, really? We are just fighting quite the ranged engagement. And that was another Wild Weasel. Fascinating. I don't know why he'd do that, but he did. I'm going to get ready to thicken up another salvo here. So one of these, and as you can see, the Antares is just completely butchering his fighter groups. And 2 of these. Our engines are back offline, so we are in trouble there. And is his point defense systems engaging? Yep, they are. Can our missiles cut through this time? 1 got through. Holy crap. He has just a ton of tractor beams. That's actually a pretty major problem. Oh, we got down his shields. Can I fire phasers through that shield? No, we missed. From this range, we miss. Fire another MIRV. The MIRV, please. Fire. This is our last MIRV, of course. And then all of our drones. The pace of this engagement is just far too slow. And because of that, that's actually going to be a major problem for us. He's got a lot of torpedoes that he can just use on us whenever he feels like. Our engines are back online. Unfortunately, none of our missiles got through. And now we see the weaknesses that can occur. We weren't able to close the range, which means our salvos were not tight enough. They couldn't come in to support each other at a fast enough rate. Although, maybe... maybe. We may have something to be able to work with here. But our range is at 42 right now. We've been engaging this entire thing from so far away that... Oh, he's just able to handle them all. We've done a lot of damage to him, as you can see. What we have gotten through has really, really gutted him. And we've taken out most of his defenses, even including the plasma R torpedo. So he might actually still be able to take this. Yeah, he's fired his R-type plasma torpedo at us. It's not going to reach us, but his forward shields open up. His forward port side shields open up. And now he's just taking more damage. And hopefully he won't... Oh, good. Good use by that captain. Spinning it around. He lost some of his rear shields. We've got some forward shields set up for this. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to do enough damage to do anything. And we picked it off with phasers. By the time we get into range, we should be able to do something. We do, of course, have our scatter pack and our single extra missile. And I think I dump the missile... Oh, no, the scatter pack now. Mr. Tambourine Man is the name of this giant carrier dreadnought thing. Fire our last missile, so we've got 7 coming in for this final salvo. Now, again, he doesn't have a shuttle bike. He's knocked that out. He does have a defensive plasma torpedo, but I'm going to move in and try and take it out. So, Marines, you have but one job, and that is to destroy this. Because if I can do that, I can get something done here. So we beamed our people on over, put up a good shield, stunned them out, but we didn't kill it. If he was really clever, he would have used his mines as a point defense mode. 2 more got through. We destroyed his hit-and-run target, so now he doesn't even have his defensive plasma torpedoes to take care of these missiles anymore. And Terry's, did you dump a Wild Weasel recently? No, you got hit by the engine problem. As did we, by the way. So now we slow down and do nothing. If he gets hit by the anomaly, he's going to suddenly lose, well, all speed and ability to hold those tractor beams, I believe. At least until his batteries give out. Unfortunately, now we're stuck here. Just sitting here. And there goes his power, I think. So, can I have power back, please? Just something, anything. This is why I hate the anomaly mission. You spend a lot of time doing nothing. So he's lost. He's dead. I mean, we've got him. He has no weapon systems left. He's not even repairing his R-type torpedo. I mean, that's how bad of shape he's in. And now the Antares start getting involved with his missile launchers. So we softened him up. We opened him up pretty good. Now the Antares can start doing the finishing touches on killing him. Can't hit those mines. Now, the one thing we don't have is much of a auxiliary battery. We don't have any real major weapon systems that can cause damage to him. But then again, we don't need to, because our Phaser 3s did it. So that's actually one of the reasons why we're kind of saving for a battleship or a Dreadnought, a heavy Dreadnought with a MIRV launcher, so that once we do run out of ammunition, we still have backup weapons to support what we're doing. Because right now, a ship like ours doesn't have that capability. So, 412 prestige for that. The tile's not ours, but it's down to 20, so it will be ours shortly. Alrighty, that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.